Chuck Crosby over at the Crosby Law Office, Connor, has a fascinating question. He writes in this email, and you can send me an email, folks, bob@wesellouisville.com. Put in the subject line radio question, and then in the body of the email, give me the question. He writes, he put an offer in through his agent in Oldham County for a condo. The seller countered back. The negotiations went through 2 rounds and finally were agreed to by both the buyer and the seller. Here's the catch. Connor's agent realized after both parties agreed to the price, the original offer contract was never officially signed by the seller. So Connor is asking, does that make the contract void? So there was a contract that goes back and forth. There's finally agreement, but the original contract, the very first volley, as we would say, was not signed by the seller. Is it void, Chuck?
Okay, so we have an agreement where hugs and handshakes, and we have signatures from all parties on that document, correct?
On the final agreement, yes.
On the final agreement. Now, was this kind of the, where you're just saying, oh, no, I'll agree to everything except A, B, and C?
Yeah, the impression I got was, no, that they actually came to terms. They agreed on what that was going to be in terms of price, but he just looked back and there was no signature by the seller on the original contract.
Well,
interesting, huh?
Yeah, that is. If they've come to an agreement at the end, I would say that's going to be an actual agreement, mainly because when they came back and did a counteroffer, that's a rejection of the original. And then the next counter is a rejection of the counter. So when they finally did come to the agreement, I assume that it would incorporate certain parts of the original contract document, but that's something you always want to have part of it. Say, hey, we incorporate all of the terms and conditions.
Yeah.
But
that's two thoughts on that. So if he wants to go through, if Connor wants to go through with the deal, I would suggest that he and his agent send.
Go back and get all the signatures.
Get the signatures corrected. But if Connor wants to pull out, and this could be a battle of who said who and what said what.
Yeah.
There is a way to get out of it in the inspection clause where you just do a termite inspection and you pull out on inspection. So
I don't know that. You see, with having an agreement at the end signed off by all parties, I think you can argue that the meeting of the minds was on the entire document.
Yeah.
But it's not I wouldn't say that's 100% shot, but I'd say that's it's pretty strong.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. That's why I would say, Connor, if you really want the house, go back, make sure you got documents signed. You can always do that post like now. And or if you don't want the house, then you can pull out on the inspection clause. It's cleaner than trying to argue that there was not a signature on the original contract, because that could get caught up in a variety of mediation or arbitration.